Hello and welcome to the first ever preview show. Of course, this is after the long wait, which felt like an eternity. We are finally back. Football has finally returned back home. And what a way to kick it off. Rather than having to watch some boring Bundesliga matches, nope, not taking any pot shots at the German league, but we will welcome the league with the biggest match of the week, or rather for that particular match day, it will be Arsenal versus Man City. All right, and today we've got three special guests. Of course, we've got two representing the blue half of Manchester, and they come all the way across the border from Malaysia. All right, and also we have one representative for Arsenal as well. All right, so let me get straight into the action. Let's introduce the first Man City fan first. Pretty much it's safe to say one of the most famous Man City fan perhaps in Malaysia or maybe Southeast Asia perhaps. All right, I welcome our first guest, Mr. Taleeb Mizad. How are you, Talib?
Hey, I'm great here in Malaysia. How are you guys in Singapore?
We are definitely good, man. Talib, so how's the situation in Malaysia right now?
Yeah, currently we are progressing positively. So a lot of people are recovering from COVID. So hopefully the same thing happen in Singapore as well.
Yeah, in fact,
Singapore.
Yeah, in fact, Talib, we are actually opening up all our shopping malls and stuff. We call it the phase 2, so we can finally go out. Yeah, good news, man. Good news. It's well needed news. I think it's taking tapau, or you say in Malaysia they call it
takeaway tapau. Bungkus.
It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. We need to dine in, right? and for all of you there who are watching live, if you need to know, Talib is actually the president of Man City Malaysia. All right, so he's right now heading the project. All right, so cool. We'll have more of Talib. All right, but then again, let's introduce the second guest. His sidekick. We've got here with us also from Malaysia, Amin Takumin. Amin, how are you doing, Amin?
Okay, I'm great. Doing fine.
You're good
right now? Yes.
How are you coping without football? So what have you been watching since there's no Premier League?
Oh, without Premier League, now I play very much PS4. COD Call of Duty right now.
Oh, COD. Okay. Are you better than Talib?
No, I don't play COD.
You don't play at all. You don't play at all. Okay, all right. Okay, and I mean, you got a really nice shirt there. I remember that you mentioned that was the last edition that actually Man City won before they moved into the Etihad Stadium. What was your best memory of that shirt?
This shirt, I think the best one was that 3-1 win against United.
Oh, of course.
To go right.
It must be against Man United. It must be against Man United. All right. So of course, I'm really excited. Yes, Amin.
Another fun fact: this is the shirt the last time City won against Liverpool at Anfield.
Wow,
very memorable.
Maybe then you guys have to change this edition if you need to beat them again. Maybe next season, huh? All right.
If you're wearing the banana shirt,
Yes, I am. I'll have the banana shirt. Another classic kid as well. All right. So it's good to have Amin as well together with us. All right. And then I also want to welcome our third guest for today. Of course, representing my flag, we've got Sharil from the Arsenal corner. Sharil, how have you been coping, man? Good.
Good, alhamdulillah.
Good, all right. And
a lot of FIFA 20 lah.
FIFA 20. And who's your favorite team when it comes to FIFA 20?
Of course lah, the one that you're wearing lah. The same shit.
Hey, Sharil, of course, the same question for you, man. Like, this whole news about phase 2 opening up, how are you receiving the news? Are you jumping around with a big hooray?
50-50
so that we can finally dine out.
For Singapore, 50-50 lah.
50-50, yeah. I think the best thing is we still gotta keep the restrainer on. We cannot be overly excited about it. You just gotta keep it good. I think if there's anything that we need to go through. If there's anything that we can take from, definitely our friend over there in Malaysia. I think they have handled the situation really, really well, and actually they are reaping the rewards right now. All right, but less of those stuff, more on football right now. So for those of you who are watching us live, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, all right, Napshot Studio. And also please chime into the comment section so you can put in all your comments and we will pick it up right during some interval, all right? So if you have questions for Talib, Amin, or even Sharil, please post it and then I will just highlight the questions so that our guests can together address the questions together, all right? So I'm really excited for this. So let me put up some banners. So in case if you guys don't know that you are tuning in or chiming in into the Man City versus Arsenal, yes, you are. This is indeed the preview show. So let's talk about the Man City versus Arsenal from the technical side of it first. All right, we'll start off with maybe Talib. Talib, right now, you got again a wide array of talent and selection. Sometimes it has become overly probably a problematic issue for Pep to tackle. You've got probably at least 2 world-class players in each individual sport. So you guys are well covered. You guys are well stocked. Against Arsenal, what will be your preferred backline first? Let's start from the tactical side of it. Who will be your preferred backline? Because your goalkeeping sector, it would definitely be Ederson.
Definitely be
But
Ederson. Okay.
what about the back four, Talib?
Okay, for the left back, I would be choosing Mendy. Mendy since he's recovering from injury as well. So he played a few matches before the lockdowns. And then for the centre backs, I think Laporte will be suitable. So because of the injury that he experienced before, so right now he's recovering as well. So I think he's ready for the 3 months preparation. So he's ready for the match against Arsenal. And then partnering him beside him would be Otamendi. Otamendi and Laporte. And then on the right side, Kyle Walker. I'll be choosing him instead of Cancelo.
Okay, interestingly, you mentioned Talib Otamendi. What was your thoughts and stance on Otamendi? Because I know for a big segment of the Man City fan, they really don't fancy Otamendi. And if there's one name that should be rolling out of the Etihad Stadium, it would definitely be his. Why him and not perhaps someone like John Stones?
I think so far he's the best option so far to partnering with Laporte since before this, Fernandinho is replacing Laporte since he's injured, right? So and then who else can replace? Stones is not on his finest form, and then we have younger players. So I think the most suitable partner would be Laporte and Otamendi.
Okay, so there you go, Laporte and Mendy. So you are going with a platform of left back will be Mendy,
Laporte,
and then Laporte, Otamendi, and also Kyle Walker. All right, looks like a solid 4 for you guys. How we wish, Sharil, that we have those 4 in our back line. Sadly, we don't. All right, but
next season,
perhaps,
next season our back 4 will be different.
Let's move on to again, the reason why I want to start with the tactical side of it first, because I want to keep things light, all right, and then after that we move into a much more deeper agenda, all right. So now, so Talib has actually rightfully chose his back line, the back 4. For the center 3, who would you go for?
Okay. My best.
I understand. I have kids as well. I totally understand.
My best pick would be David Silva, Fernandinho, and Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay. Yeah. And in terms of just selecting the CDM, I know for sure one of your record signing, Rodri. How would you rate Rodri's season so far?
I think for his this season, he's still getting into it. It's very hard to fit into the role of Fernandinho. I think his passing is good. I think, but he needs to beef up on his defensive side.
Okay, so that will be your preferred 3 you mentioned. That will be David Silva, Fernandinho, and also Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Wow. And if Pep does really go with that side, we are really in for a treat, Sharil, for an Arsenal fan. We will really be in for a long afternoon. All right.
90 minutes.
All right, but Sharil, you got to hold on first. All right. We'll move on to Talib again. Talib for Man City, and now he has actually gone for the 3 of his choice. What about your front 3? Again, a department that you guys are so well stocked with talent and quality. So who will be your preferred front 3?
For the left side, I'll be choosing Raheem Sterling. Because he's competing with Leroy Sané as well. But I think Leroy Sané is still struggling with his fitness. And then on the right side, Bernardo Silva, and forward is our king, Kun Aguero.
Oh, your king, Kun Aguero. and you know for sure that he is somebody you can always rely on, especially in the big matches. All right. And I just want to ask you right now, because we got a question right now from Mr. Faisal Jabbar here. So maybe you can take this on first. So Talib and Amin, what shape is Man City in for the restart? So how has your preparation towards this kickoff? What has it been like? Have you guys been playing on? I'm very sure you guys have been involved in some friendlies.
They didn't have any friendlies, I think.
No, only FIFA friendly. Oh, that's how confident you guys are. but how confident are you, and what kind of shape would the Man City squad be in right now?
I think
going into the Arsenal tie.
I think one of the most anticipated presence today is the game will be Sané. Okay, so Sané is now back into the frame. And I think Pep had always been a fan of 4-3-3. So I think Sané can make a comeback at the left side with Sterling at the right and Aguero at the middle. So 4-3-3 is a solid.
4-3.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think that's actually the most favorite formation by Pep. I'm very sure, again, all these years, even in Barcelona where he started, the 4-3-3 has always been highly favorable for him. But also for you, Talib, I just want to ask this, right? We know what happened to Pep, unfortunately, to his mom, right? Sadly, she actually passed on due to the COVID-19 situation. Do you think, knowing Pep, that would actually have, even a bit of influence in how he actually sets up the team?
I think Pat is very professional. I think he will put aside all his emotion, but at the same time, he has his passion towards football and every departments and all type of football. He is very anticipating. So I think Pep should be no problem by coping to the environment when missing her mom, and as well as the empty stadium without no fans, without no support from the fans itself. So I think it should be no problem for him because he has so much experience in Europe, especially in Europe.
You're right. And you rightly mentioned empty stadium. Of course, many fans out there who are non-Man City fans, of course, they have been making a joke out of it. They say that it shouldn't make a big difference for Man City because every week they are playing at the empty hut anyway. So how do you see the game panning out without your fan support?
No, I think Man City has the how to say
Fan base.
the paling ramai
Yeah lah.
fans before the in record, right? So
Okay.
I think
Record
by
attendance.
playing without fans, I think it should be no problem. They are a professional. They can play with any environment or experience.
Okay, no, good point. So for those of you out there who always keep mentioning it's empty hut, no, you see, Talib actually brought on a great fact. In fact, they had one of the highest record attendance for one match. So there you go. Yeah, so it's not empty hut at all. All right. So we move on straight away. Just across, we move on to Sharil. Sharil, right now, same thing. We start off with the tactical talks first. All right. Back four, man, Sharil. Where do we go from here? Who do we start with?
I think
We have
the
Laporte,
left
we
wing
have
and right wing.
Guerrero.
Left wing and right wing is a question mark. Bellerin is coming back.
It is. He is.
Left wing still recovering. Teneri. Or I would choose Saka for this sake.
For Saka, yeah, great point.
Yeah.
And what about those two middle spots?
The two
that has
middle.
always been a real pain in Arsenal's record right now. Those two centre back pairing. Who should we go with?
I would take Luis and Mari.
Luis and Murray.
Yeah, correct. Mari is the time has come for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that will be your preferred backline.
For Luis is I need the experience for to partner Mari to guide him.
Of course.
Yeah. So
I agree with you.
The other two, Papa and Mustafi, that one they can warm the bench first because in another way, for tomorrow's match we start off with for the first time is 5 substitutes, right?
5 substitutes. Yep. 5 substitutes.
So I think this is the best for the back four.
Okay, great point. And Sharil, let's move on to of course our midfield trio. Let me take this up. Let me take up this challenge. All right, I'll go with Granit Xhaka, also with Lucas Torreira, and also Dani Ceballos. Of course, there will be again a loud cry coming from the Ozil fanboy out there who would want Ozil to be instilled into the first team fold. But I just don't think it's the right match for him personally, especially against a hard-working trio in the midfield, the likes of Fernandinho, Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva. You know for sure they'll be breathing down your neck. You wouldn't be able to even turn your head around. So I think having Ozil for the first full 90, I don't think it will be ideal. So that's my three, all right in the middle. What about the front three? Should it be the same old Auba, Laka, and Pepe?
Yeah, correct.
Should
We
it
have
be too much
to
of a change?
correct. This one, the front three, not even a question. They have to start.
They have to start. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Talib, so you've heard our starting lineup. I don't know whether it's really as fearful as yours. I don't know whether you guys are scared of our lineup because the thing is for the last 6 matches against Man City, against you guys have beaten us. All right, and that is in fact the longest streak that Man City has actually enjoyed over Arsenal. And also just another fun fact for you guys out there: the last time Arsenal won against a traditional big six was when we beat Man City. Remember, Sharon, when Santi Cazorla and Olivier Giroud turned up and beat them 2-0 at the Etihad? That was the last time. And after which we did not beat any more traditional six-side away from home. So Talib,
And both are not here anymore.
they are both not here anymore, and that's the irony. So Talib, looking into this match, you know for sure that you enjoy a good run against Arsenal. Who's the one player that you think might cause the upset for Man City when it comes to the Arsenal players? Who's the one guy that you should look out for?
I think Pepe.
Pepe.
Pepe is very threatening since he's a very wide player, so he can beat players as well. So he's very much threatening for us for this match. He's the only person that we can consider to take care of the match, I think.
Okay, so Pepe. So you mentioned Pepe, yeah? And how would you rate Pepe coming up against Mendy? Do you think Mendy has enough in him defensively against the twinkle foot Pepe?
Mendy is very strong. He has a physical strength as well, so he's improving in training from time to time. So I can see that he can control the technical part from Pepe as well.
Okay, so you're confident that your Mendy can actually handle our Pepe?
Yeah,
that's very good. All right, we'll move on to Abid. So right now, the last time you guys played us, it was a convincing victory, comprehensive 3-0. In fact, the job was done within the first half. Do you see the same result coming out again, or do you think that Man City would actually come off fast off the block? You know for sure that physical ability again might have just gone out the window. This is their first match when it comes to competitiveness. Do you think that Man City would face any point or any sort of issue when it comes to fitness?
Yes, it's been a long time since they last played football. So maybe karat sikit lah.
Karat sikit. Rusty.
So I don't think City had any friendlies. Arsenal played Brentford, right?
Brentford. Yeah. Arsenal played Brentford. Yep. Friendly.
Although Arsenal lost that game, but I think they did.
Don't need to remind us. We remember the score.
They had a good.
But it's two sets of 11 attacks.
It's good for fitness, So they know they has some sense of playing again, right? So it's a bit a challenge. I think maybe they need some time to readjust. But if they can quickly gain the rhythm, the possession, I think it's the same result.
All right, good point. Talib mentioned one player that actually would frighten him, if he is indeed frightened, will be Nicolas Pepe. Do you concur with his point, or do you have a different target when it comes to who should Man City look out for in specific when it comes to the match?
Okay, City weakness, the biggest weakness in the past this season is on counter attacks. Correct. So we are very afraid of fast players. So it's either Aubameyang or Pepe. If they are both on the field, the City defenders really need to watch at their defensive lines.
Okay,
they're very fast.
All right, so you rightly mentioned Aubameyang and also Pepe, and you're right. I think the one defeat that actually comes to mind, or rather two defeats rather, it was against Spurs once that you guys against for the defeat, and also another one was especially against your nemesis Manchester United. You guys were caught off with again fast attacks, and again this season, this is totally uncharacteristic from Man City, but your defense has been highly suspect. Maybe you guys are feeling the after effect of the absence of Vincent Kompany. Who knows? Maybe that he has been the cornerstone for the past 7-8 seasons, and now you are finally missing him, and that's where I think the effect or his presence was keenly felt when he's not actually on the field itself. But that's good. All right. So he mentioned both Talib and Amin. So Pepe and also Aubameyang has been the target. Shahril, for us Arsenal, who should we look out for when it comes to Man City? All the first 11?
First 11. The front three.
The front three.
Correct. I predict that Laka will be playing because he's scoring for the last two games. Tactically, he's on form for friendlies . But the last few games before we shut down the EPL, he's lost in a way. Yeah, correct. So now it's a good reset. Everybody's back coming back, building up their fitness. So for Arsenal, it's really a question mark everywhere, all over the department, except for Leno. Leno is consistent.
Yeah.
But for our less than the 10 players up front, it's a question mark lah. Really a question mark. Bellerin is coming back. Tony is just coming back. Ozil is always missing on big games. Sad to say lah. Okay. Torreira is also coming back. Correct. Torreira is also coming back. But
I don't think he'll be fully ready.
Correct. But if you see Instagram, he's really building up his body. If you see his
for sure. He's building up.
He's really building up lah, toning his body. Because he's really small build, he's short. So if you want to fight with the previous company, and Torreira, I think it cannot fight lah.
It's no competition. But you see, the thing is, you talk about those players who are slightly diminutive when it comes to frame. Man City has a lot. They've got David Silva. They've got the both Silvas. They are small in stature. They are not the biggest of players, but they are setting the league alight because of their technical ability. You know, that's something that maybe we cannot cut a reason for. But I totally understand where you're coming from. I totally understand. Thank you so much. Let's pick up some of the comments from, again, the comment section right now. Welcome back to action. This guy whispers in the night, City will win. Okay, that's really, really confident by him. Paka Lolo, Man City 2, Arsenal 1. All right. So guys, later we'll get on to the prediction, yeah? So home ground advantage at Etihad Stadium. I don't think it'll be too much of an advantage. Bro.
I think that's a neutral.
Neutral stadium.
In fact, it feels like
a neutral stadium.
Neutral venue. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So let's see. What else do we have here? We got one from Harry Hamza. Go on, City and Arsenal give us a good show for Project Restart. All the best to both teams. Football is back. Yes, man. Football is finally back. Khairul Razali, Mantul, abang-abang Man City, Malaysia. Right. Some also mentioned, come on City. And Abang Amin, Enchem, you see. Celebrity. Alright. Also, the another one, how will Arsenal defense stop the likes of Kinby, Silva, Sterling, and Aguero? Let me just take that on here for this particular question whispers in the night. In fact, in reality, there's no way that we can actually stop them. The only way that we can, how I actually see this match panning out, it has to be a complete hit and run. Because the thing is, with Man City, they will have majority of possession. That's quite given. Anywhere they travel to, they will have majority of the possession. But whatever that you can see from their current slump this season, if you can call it a slump, it does not matter if they have a high amount of possession. At the end of the day, sometimes how clinical they are in front of the goal. Right now, it has not been coming. So in fact, in terms of defeat, I think they have a similar amount of number of defeats with Arsenal. You see? Correct. So yeah, so that's the irony. For all the goodness we thought, we always associate Man City with, the tiki-taka football, the high pressuring football. At the end of the day, they have the same number of defeats as Arsenal. But then again, this is totally irrelevant because in terms of position and in terms of points accrued, they are way above us. All right, but so that's nothing overly relevant. But if you talk about how we can actually beat them, it has to be a hit and run. So every single time when we have a chance, we have to make it count. And that's what happened when they actually squared up against Man United as well. In fact, Man United beat them 3 times this season. And I caught all of the matches. It was always the same pattern. Hit them on the counter, you got to be fast. And then you got to be extra clinical when you're in front of them. All right. Taleeb, let me pose you a question right now. In terms of just ambition for Man City in the Premier League, for sure that the championship is out of sight. You're probably not going to win the league unless Liverpool collapse. It must be a collapse of an epic proportion. But apart from that, it will not happen. For sure the league is just. So what is it now, the ambition or the target for Man City?
Yeah, there is very small probabilities for us to win the Premier League, of course. So we have more than 20 points gap, right, between the first place and the second place. But I think for this season, we have to finish in the top 4. At least in the top 4. Because if, for example, we are banned for the next season, so I think it's very much of a waste for us. So I think we must win the UEFA Champions League, UCL for the season. and as well as FA Cup tournament. So I think we have to focus on that tournaments.
Okay, good. And I mean, you heard from Talib,
Yeah.
so the focus will rightly be concentrated on two of the cup competition. Of course, FA Cup, I think that you have won back to back, and also something that you guys would probably again desperately need, and also especially Pep to add on with TV is the Champions League. You are in a prime position to do so. Again, coming over from a 2-1 deficit from Bernabeu. Do you think that the players would actually lose focus? They would have their eyesight lined up for the cup competitions because they know for sure that for this league, it's almost a dead rubber. There's nothing to play for anymore. Do you think your players would actually be aware of it?
I think Pep should. I mean,
I mean, yes.
I mean, okay, sorry. I mean, sorry.
That's probably a possibility. Okay. I think one of Pep's what his vision for Man City is that he wants to instill that winning attitude.
Okay.
Even though you're at the 90th minute and you are losing 3-0, you must never lose that winning attitude. So I think he will always put his best side, and also he want to instill that spirit in the players. So I think the players will they buy into his idea. I don't think they will put the leg off the gas.
Okay, yeah. So you all for sure will expect 100% from your players, yeah.
But I think for the league, maybe if Liverpool will win it, right? Maybe it's a chance for some development for the youngsters. You will see more Phil Foden, see more
for the youngsters,
Eric Garcia,
Howard Bellis.
So it's a bit chance for them.
Understand. All right. So we'll great point that you guys brought up, especially I mean for youth prospect. So maybe if the league has again be concluded, then you probably see all the youngsters coming onto the floor. So I'll speak to you more about the youth prospect in Man City. Cheryl, I'll just move on to you right now. For Arsenal, if all right, again, it's a big if, or rather, it's not a big if. It usually happens when we play away from home. If we get a spanking from Man City, all right, we come out from a big defeat. How do you think that will actually do our confidence going into the remaining 8 matches?
It will be a really drop to low morale because this is a jump start.
Correct.
Everybody's talking about fitness, tactical, and then finishing top 4. So the ban has an effect on Arsenal, the Man City ban. Okay, so this is their only chance to go back to the top 4 and then play in the Champions League.
Yep.
So financially, we are not being supported by how Man City is being supported. So to be in the Champions League again, for us, we have to be there and maintain there to get our funds. So we are not having any funds backing for anywhere else. So being in the top 4 is a crucial element for us.
Correct. No, I totally agree. And this is again, it's really imperative that we go off again onto a good start because knowing Arsenal and how feeble and vulnerable we are when it comes to our mentality, if we get a hiding from Man City, that could probably derail our whole season. So fingers crossed, Man City. Talib and Amin, if you have any context to Man City players, tell them to go easy on us. If you guys are leading already by 2 goals, please go easy on us. Because Arsenal players, they are really, really sensitive bunch of people. Right? So I've got a question for Talib. This comes from Lee Alexander. Does Man City fan or do Man City fans worry about the potential resurgence of your noisy neighbours next season? So are you afraid, Talib, of Manchester United coming back stronger than ever next season? Especially now, it seems like they probably have their recruitment right. Especially if you can actually look again at the previous or the latest signing, Bruno Fernandes. Again, what a performance! And also even Odion Igalo has been a really, really good temporary stopgap for them. Are you worried going into next season as a Man City fan?
Not so worried. Maybe 70-30% worried about their reputation so far, about their performance. But I think our scouting team is very, very one of the best in Europe. So I think it should be no problem by seeing Manchester United, our neighbours, starting to recruit new players, new faces in the team. But I think we have our own tactical strategies. In fact, we have one of the best scouting, as I said before. So I think we are ready for them, because for the past 10 years, we are the best. Manchester is blue, actually, for the past 10 years.
and going into like just staying on this season, you guys again have been beaten first league double over you guys for a very long time, home and away. For yourself, I mean, let's go with for this one. How does it feel, man, to be beaten by your noisy neighbors twice in a single season?
It's been a long time. We haven't felt that feeling.
Feeling
it was normal during the early 2000s. Then the last 5-6 years, we were the big dominant side. So actually, but we're still above them, right? So we don't feel that much
pressure.
So tak ada hal lah.
Tak ada hal lah.
Alright. How we wish we have again even at least 50% of their confidence, Shahril, as Arsenal fans. When it comes to neighbour, they are really confident. Even if it resurges in again the red half of Manchester, they don't feel threatened by it at all. Right? But let's stay with Man City still. Again, very good question here. City could face the possibility of European suspension. What's going to happen to players, especially the likes of Laporte and Kedivia? Maybe I'll go with Taleeb for this one. Taleeb, so do you think that if indeed the ban actually comes through, do you can potentially see the departure of your big players such as like Faisal mentioned, Laporte and also KDB?
Yeah, there are potential that highly rated players are going out from Manchester City. So by looking at previous seasons, maybe by looking at Manchester United, they haven't played for Europe. They haven't qualified for Champions League, but still, all the players are staying loyal to the club, still playing focused for their tournaments as well as their tactical strategies. So I think it should be a question for City fans, but we will see some of players will be going out from City if we are banned for the next season or next 2 seasons.
And are you ready for it personally, Taleeb, to see some of your big names leaving the Etihad?
Yeah, player comes and go, but I think we have to be mentally ready, right?
Correct. Yep, you're right. And you see, like Khairul Razali says, blue heart, I guess. City fan, no prize for guessing. Which team he supports.
Vice President.
Vice President. Hi, Vice President Khairul. All right. Let's go with Shahril. I've got a question for you, man. When it comes to us against the traditional top 6, what is it about Arsenal that again, it has been really so long that we have last beaten a giant? What's wrong with it? Is it strategy? Is it mentality? What would you point it to in specific?
More to mentality. They don't have that cutting edge. Just the 10% to finish off the games. We don't have that. They like to play, push the ball around, play beautiful football. The problem with that, we don't have that 3-0 winning, 3-0 margin. We play 2-0 and we start to kick the ball here and there, do flicks. Yeah, correct. Do more of Pepe rather than really finishing off the game.
And do you see again with the insertion of Mikel Arteta, he might actually again shape them into a more mean machine.
Correct. That one of the articles that I read, they already stopped all this showboating during practice. Yeah, correct. So that is a boost lah.
Okay.
And for this, consider this end of the season period after the lockdown, I'm feeling more positive rather than getting 50-50 thoughts, because of so many strategies, 5 substitutes.
Okay.
Basically, everywhere is neutral grounds lah. Not just our home, not just Emirates lah. Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, you're right.
And again, fitness. So the first 3 games is crucial lah.
So
because our one of our 4 games is really a bit difficult, and we have to face 2 of the top 6.
Top 6, yeah.
Right. Correct.
It doesn't get any easier. And but then again, I think that's the romantic side about Arsenal. we have never done things the easy way. We always got to give heart attack to the players and then the fans as well.
Right.
Yeah. So again, maybe that's the beauty of being an Arsenal fan. Maybe, who knows? But then again, I touch on Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta would be somebody that's really familiar to the blue half of Manchester. Talib, when you heard the news that Arsenal are on the verge of signing your second man, what talk to me? How were you feeling, or how did you guys react as a Man City fan base?
Yeah, we can see the relationship between Pep and Arteta in the City bench. Every time they score, every time the tactical works, they celebrated and hug each other. So I think the bonding between the coach, the main coach, and the assistant coach is very crucial. But I think we can find a replacement for the assistant coach, because right now we have the new assistant coach,
The new guy, yeah.
the maestro for Pep, right?
Yep.
So I think it's a new tactical going on. So for the new season or the next season, so I think we are very much relaxed, and maybe we are mentally prepared for the next season.
And do you also think, Talib, of course, again, there is no specific stats that I can actually pull out, but do you think the decline of Man City lately can be attributed to Mikel Arteta's departure?
Yeah, I think it does affect the quality, or I would say the quality of the players and the tactical for Man City, because we need sometimes to find new strategies, because this assistant is gone. So I think it does affect. So I think for the project restart, we have the new assistant. We will bounce back and try to make it even better.
Okay, all right. All right, perfect. So I'll move on to Amin. Amin, we've got a question here that maybe needs some answering from you, Amin. Where do you guys think the battle will be won or lost? Who will hold that key to unlock things? Where do you think the battle will be? Is it going to be between the midfield, or again, is it going to be in defense? Where do you see the battle being won or lost?
I'm seeing the majority of the ball will be played in the center field.
Okay.
I think this match is going to be won by who holds the ball at midfield. Okay. So the last time, I think, when the ball is at with City, with Silva or De Bruyne, they can unlock the defense, especially Kevin De Bruyne.
Yep.
His passing is like hot knife to butter.
Yeah.
Oh. No. We remember. Of course, we Arsenal fans remember. He actually turned on a masterclass against Arsenal at the Emirates. Again, it was all Kevin De Bruyne show in the first half. But then again, do you expect, as a Man City fan, do you expect KDB to again produce those kind of masterful display again against Arsenal?
Yes. If he's on his day, he will definitely going to play Arsenal today.
Okay. So really, no chance for us if Kevin De Bruyne
that's chance. The only chance for Arsenal is play very quick players at wide and try to outrun the Mendy or Walker.
Walker. No, great point. You see, now, Sharil, I'll go to you. So now the Man City fans has already given us a blueprint, a tactical blueprint on how to beat them. But do you think our players honestly can carry out those instructions?
Before we can beat them, right? The back four, before they even see or touch the ball, the two in front of them, to me, is Ceballos and Shakala playing. Must stop the ball from coming to the back four. If the ball reaches the back four, habis.
Habis.
We don't know where is the ball going to. Because the back four and the ball will go missing. It will either be in Leno's hands, or someone really don't put it on target. That's all. The two in front of the back four must stop the ball from coming to the back four first.
Correct. You agree? No. You made a very good point. I think one of the guys again actually mentioned, sometimes when a goal is being scored, again the brunt or the whole blame will be placed on the defense or the goalkeeper. But he mentioned, always Herrick, if he's watching, he mentions that in order for the ball to reach back of the net, it has to go through all the 11 players. So all the 11 players again has to be accountable for it. Great point. And again, how I see this match again, how it will actually unfold. There's no way that we can actually impose our game onto them, because for sure they are again they are well dominant, and again, they are well stocked in quality over each department. So we have to really pray that some of their players do not turn up, especially the likes of KDB, because if he does, then that's probably end of the road for us. But we have to pray for that, and also we have to take our own chances, And again, Spurs have done that before this season, and also Manchester United again, just to name a few of them. Right, Talib, I'll go on to you next. Again, my View Studios actually chime in with a question. Is it possible for Man City to get punishment from England FA if they get suspension, going down to the second division? Do you think that will actually happen, Talib?
I think it will not happen. I think, for my opinion, I think it will not happen.
Yeah, I mean because of business and money. Yeah, they still need Man City.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with Talib, my View Studios. I don't think they will actually do it. Again, at the end of the day, we gotta remember, this is actually money for them. So it's not gonna happen. Not anytime soon.
It's not gonna happen.
I mean, Lee Alexander has a question for you. Who is the better striker, Aubameyang or Aguero?
I can answer every day will be Aguero.
Okay, and why will it be Aguero, not Aubameyang? And you have to remember, I mean, Aubameyang was indeed the top scorer last season, and Aubameyang is also now second in the pecking order. So why Aguero not Aubameyang?
He's the complete package, but he's always underrated. But Aguero, statistically, you can see he is always on top every season.
Okay.
Only the one season he's not on top was when he was injured most of the season. But the rest is always delivering the goods.
I agree.
So he is so good that people see that it's normal for him to score. And then people underrate him.
It's a normal thing.
Yeah, it's a normal thing. You're right. I think people take it for granted.
Yeah.
People take it.
So you see another player who rarely scores, and then that season he scores a lot, and that player gets the credit. But Aguero, he does it every season, but he doesn't get
consistently.
Consistently, you're right. I think that's the key word there, consistency. But then again, I mean, right now when it comes to just pecking order, for sure that Jesus will be second. But again, as a fan, you yourself personally, do you see that Jesus is the perfect replacement for Kun if Kun decides to actually leave Etihad?
I actually followed Gabriel Jesus before he joined City.
Okay.
Before when there was some hearsay, so I followed him, and I watched him play. Actually, he's a very good striker.
Okay.
And before he got his injury, he scored he scored in every match and involved in every goal in every match. So after the injury, he's some kind of lost his confidence, and I don't know why. He seemed to make bad choices in front of goal, but the talent is there, and I think Pep still believe in him, and I think the fans too should get behind him.
All right, perfect. No, good point. So, so of course you personally would actually vouch for Jesus. So you mentioned that he's a good striker and he's ready to step up.
I believe if he goes to Serie A, he will definitely
be the next R9.
Be the top scorer. Yes. Yes.
No, you're right. Random by Mohammad Shadiq. Thank you for watching, Shadiq. Random. Do you guys think De Bruyne will go to Real Madrid? Talib, is there a possibility? Real Madrid hard to ignore.
Yeah, maybe there's a possibility because De Bruyne did give a statement about his dia nak akan keluar kepada Manchester City kalau there's a ban happening in Man City. So I think De Bruyne will think about it because he's a professional footballer. So he will think about his future. He will think about football playing time. So we'll see. Not only De Bruyne, but any other world-class players in Man City lineup.
Yeah, no, you're right, you're right. And got one from Haikal Ismail. Who is the best midfielder, Mahrez or Shaka? Let Sharil answer this. Sharil, Mahrez or Shaka? Easy answer. Gotta be Shaka, right?
Of course, Saka lah.
I don't think you get.
No,
Haikal,
Mahrez.
I don't think it's a fair comparison, man. I don't think it's a fair
Algerian
comparison.
fans.
Although they are both left-footed, I don't think it's actually a fair comparison to put them under the same spotlight. You know, you've got one sitting deep lying midfielder against one silky winger. Again, sorry, mate. We cannot give you a conclusive answer for this. All right. Next one, will Alba sign an extension if Arsenal do offer him a new contract? Sharil, you want to take this on? Will Alba sign? So right now, again, swirling rumors out there. Again, if you want to take from any news outlet, they all mentioned that Aubameyang has actually come up with a statement that nothing has been offered on his table. Where do you go with Aubameyang? Do you think he will actually sign an extension?
This one has a ripple effect. Because if he doesn't sign, Alba has a ripple effect on Lacazette and on Saka also. Because he and other players are in a good circle. So Saka didn't sign anything yet. Alba may want to leave. Laka also. But you know, these two are really blood brothers lah up front. They are happy-go-lucky, you know, they celebrate. So it's like the old version of our Fandi Ahmad and Abbas.
Abbas, okay.
Yeah, right. So these two reminds me of the two of the Singapore players that we had. So if he didn't sign, there will be a ripple effect on other players. And if he didn't sign, we will be in more deeper trouble.
Correct.
Because for the past 2 seasons, if he didn't step into Arsenal, who will be scoring all the goals? The goal difference for Arsenal will be very bad.
Hard to disagree, man. Hard to disagree. So yes, Faisal. To answer, so Sharil has just given the repercussion of Abba if he does not sign. So again, to put this simply, he must sign and he will sign. That's it. All right, let's just put it that way. All right, he must and he will. Blue Moon fans, hello, I'm Blue Moon fans. Wow, thank you, Blue Moon fans. All right, thank you, Blue Moon fans. I don't know, maybe one of the one of the Malaysian city. Taleeb, I just want to hear this from you. How big of a support when it comes to Man City in Malaysia? Because you know for sure in every country when it comes to traditional football support, it comes from Manchester United, Liverpool, you know, Arsenal, City, Spurs, Chelsea, those names. But right now, Man City, how big of a support does Manchester actually enjoy in Malaysia?
Currently in Malaysia, the Blue Moon is rising actually. Yeah, the City fan is growing from day to day, from time to time. So we can see that new fans are coming, especially in the new generations. Okay. So in fact, we are recognized by the Manchester City UK. We have the media from Man City interviewing all the artists who are representing Man City Malaysia. Okay. So including me as well. So previously we had interview in Man City. So as well as Syed Ispatu and other artists in Malaysia. So I think the scene for Man City supporters in Malaysia is rising. It's increasing from the time to time. So it's a positive thing. We can see that we have Facebook pages, a few pages, and then we have Instagram accounts. So the thing is growing now. So it's very positive for us.
Right, great. Right. Before we actually move on to the next agenda, all right, I just want to quickly ask Amin, right now, if Aubameyang is being offered to Man City, but then again, in order for you to take Aubameyang, Kun Aguero must leave the club. Would you take that trade?
No.
No. Okay. All right. No need to explain. All right. Okay. Let's just leave it as it is. No, that was a tricky one. All right. What is Pep's focus now? Premier League, FA Cup, or Champions League right now? Taleeb, maybe you want to take this on. Premier League is definitely out. Again, there's a long shot away. FA Cup, something that you have won over and over again. Perhaps would you say Champions League again will be the most desired trophy right now in the Man City camp?
Of course, the Champions League. Yeah, because we have probability that we are banned for the next 2 seasons. So I think we have to focus, and it will be Pep focus as well for the next season. For this season, for this project start.
Okay. And I just want to also ask you, I just want to quickly understand the mentality of a Man City fan. If let's say one day Pep actually leaves Etihad without winning the Champions League, would you actually deem his tenure, right, during his time in Man City as an average one, or would you deem the Pep project as a successful one?
Oh yeah, I think he succeeded in Man City, but the thing is he has to won the Champions League to prove that he is very little in Europe. So he proved himself in Bayern, in Barcelona. So now he has to win the Champions League to prove that he's capable of doing that in Europe. So by seeing Pep's leaving, I think it should be no problem. But the legacy is still there. The way of playing is still there.
No, great point. I mean, right now, staying on the Pep's agenda, of course, he has not actually pledged his future. Again, right now, I think Pep's future is also again hanging in the air. There are really, really strong talks. I remember last season about him leaving Man City for Juventus. What's happening right now with his contract right now? Is he really going to sign, or do you, or are you as a City fan quietly worried about this situation?
Okay, first of all, we as City fans are very grateful to have Pep Guardiola. But I think one of the big signs that he is staying for longer is his assistant now is his Juanma Leo, his mentor. So it's a sign that he's going to rebuild City, and he's really want to win the Champions League with City. I think that's his target. He's achieved the century mark. He's already won all the domestic treble in one season.
Yep.
And the only elusive title from him in City now is the Champions League. So I think I saw the name of the new assistant, I think that he's going to stay longer. He's really want to build City for a long time.
Yeah, I think that's a good point made by. I mean, there should be a strong telltale sign that he will indeed continue his legacy now that he's actually signed his own mentor. But maybe having said that, his mentor could be the one taking over his position, probably, in one season to come. Maybe to actually shoehorn him into the position. But who knows? But very good spot there very good spot. Staying positive there. Sharil, I know you've been waiting really, really long right now. On your end. Okay. Let's think in terms of trophy and the importance of it. Again, the question was being asked to our Arsenal fan last week when we had the show for the Arsenal parade. If we would winning the FA Cup again, will be a perfect substitute if we were to miss out on Europe. What's your personal thought on it, Sharil?
For this season.
Win the FA Cup, miss totally on Europe.
It's a consolation.
It's a consolation. Okay.
Correct. Better than winning 50% of something rather than 100% of nothing.
The best life for 2020 so far. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for that. All right. Maybe City could sign Mourinho if Pep does leave without winning. Would you guys want Mourinho? Etihad? Alex?
No.
No, huh?
No, not Mourinho.
All right. Okay, we've got 2 more agendas to go, and then we're gonna actually close shop for this. It's really been fun knowing more of our Malaysian counterpart when it comes to the Man City support. So let's start off first with the combined 11. Let's do a bit of a combined 11. All right. Let's start with a 4-3-3 because both of us we play 4-3-3. We go each. We take one position each individually. All right, and then after that we'll do a bit of score prediction. Okay. So we'll start with Taleeb. Between Bern Leno and Ederson. Come on, you got to be fair. I know you're a Man City fan, but don't you think that Bern Leno has an outstanding season, better than Ederson?
Yeah, definitely. But I think Ederson suits the match. But I was choosing Ederson rather than Leno.
Wow. So Ederson, and after all the horrendous mistakes he has actually committed, and one of the
horrendous mistakes, man.
against Man United, but it was against Man United, so that's forgivable for a City fan.
Yeah, forgivable. Just forgive, forget. We just move on.
Okay, so Ederson, all right. So Ederson between the sticks. All right, let's go with right back. Between Kyle Walker and Hector Bellerin, is there a debate between those two, or is it a clear winner for Kyle Walker?
Okay, Kyle Walker is a bit aging lah. Very the leg is getting old. But Hector Bellerin, I think, has has some injury problems, right? This season.
Injury, a lot of injury,
right?
Mm.
So I think in terms of between those two, I think I'll choose Walker.
Kyle Walker. Okay. So Sharon, it seems like the blue half of Manchester, our friends out there, they are not giving us any chance. So they have picked Ederson over Leno. They have picked Walker over our Hector Bellerin. For let's go with centre back pairing. Let's not go one by one. Let's go centre back pairing. He chose actually Talib chose Otamendi and also Laporte. You chose David Luiz and Murray. Which pair would actually make the cut when it comes to the combined 11?
Murray is untested yet. To be fair lah. Yeah. So I'm surprised of Luis and Mustafi actually. Mustafi improved a lot.
Okay, yeah, he did.
Yeah. So to have a better pairing, I think Mustafi and Luis will be better. Even though it can be clumsy at times. But for consistency and more for improvement, Mustafi and that Luis lah.
But what about Mustafi and Laporte then? Don't you think that would be a better pairing?
That'd be good lah, of course. Unless if he wants to come to Arsenal lah.
No. This is a combined 11, so it can be a complete mix. All right. So let's go with centre back pairing of Laporte and also Mustafi. Okay. I know maybe you guys won't agree, but Mustafi and Laporte it is. All right. I'll go with the left back position. It's between Saka right now and Mendy. We got to give it to Saka. And not because I'm an Arsenal fan, but I think in terms of stats, right now, Saka has way better assist rate when you compare to Mendy. And when you talk about injury, Mendy also is one injury-prone player. So I think probably that's one place that we can actually safely secure for Arsenal fans. So Saka over Mendy on my end. Right, so that's done for the back line. Let's go on to the midfield trio. I don't think we stand a chance against Man City midfield pack. But let's start with the defensive midfielder. I'll give you a couple of contenders. All right, right now for you, Talib, we've got Granit Xhaka. Oh my God, saying his name makes my head really go berserk, man. So we've got Granit Xhaka, we've got Lucas Torreira against probably your Fernandinho and also Rodri. So who would take up the CDM spot?
I think Rodri.
Rodri?
Yeah, Rodri, yeah.
Not Fernandinho, not Xhaka. You sure?
Not Fernandinho, not Xhaka. I think Rodri is the best amongst four players.
Okay, cool. All right, so Talib has chosen the DM position. That will be Rodri. For yourself, I mean, you talk about the creative aspect of the three-pack midfield. Usually, you guys will have your David Silva or even your Kevin De Bruyne, the guy who actually progressively pass, the defensive line. So it's a battle between Kevin De Bruyne and Mesut Ozil.
Ooh, Mesut Ozil Tapi Mesut Ozil ni sekarang ni problem ni.
Problem. You think our play no good? Our play some good,
Madrid okay lah. But at this moment, we need to be realistic You have to choose Kevin De Bruyne over Ozil lah.
I don't know. I think I would actually remove you from the stream if you say Ozil. It has to be Kevin De Bruyne. What a player! For the amount of money that you got him for and the return that you're getting, absolutely fantastic. What a signing, man! And he's right now topping the assist chart as well. I think we have 16 assists right now. He's actually en route to beat Ozil's assist record as well. And even Henry was on 20, I think, 2021. So he's actually en route to actually beat that. What an amazing player. Right now, Sharil, so they have chosen both City guys. Is there a space for probably the likes of Dennis Ceballos or maybe Joe Willock against their, they've got a couple of midfielders there. They got, even David Silva.
Silva is also aging already. So
yeah. We got to give it to Ceballos.
Correct. But
we got to give it to
Ceballos. It's on loan lah. It's not
unknown quantity.
100% Arsenal player. It's Real Madrid's product lah.
Product. Yep, you're right about
it. It's just someone who is being on Arsenal turf lah.
Yep.
So if on loan, yes, Ceballos lah.
Okay.
For me lah.
All right. No, that's good. So maybe give us kasih kita muka sikit lah, Man City, give us a bit of so
we don't have anyone else though.
we don't have anybody, kesiankan lah.
Unless we want to talk about next season.
We are Man City fans, So we've got again holding midfielder, we've got Rodri as chosen by Talib, and then we also got the creative guy there, De Bruyne, and also we've got Ceballos. But again, if indeed we have that kind of midfield, again we will probably be on world domination tour. What a midfield pack. Let's go with the front three. So right now, Whispers in the Night mentioned Aguero, Sterling. So let's start off with the left wing first. For you, Talib, we've got Aubameyang. Don't forget, top scorer of last season. Right now, second in the scoring chart. Against, usually on your left, Raheem Sterling.
Okay, for this part, I think I'll be choosing Aubameyang. Since his performance is very consistent for the season.
Talib is fair. So Aubameyang over Raheem, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's go with again the striking berth. Our number 10 for the striking position in our combined 11. I mean, it's a battle between Kun Aguero and Lacazette. Should I even ask you this question? Who you will choose?
You just give the answer.
Give the answer.
Aguero.
Alright, so Aguero for Amin, that's quite obvious. And then the right wing right now, so they have their Bernardo Silva on the right. We have Nicolas Pepe. This is a bit of a tough fight, Charil. So now you have the final say. Will it be Bernardo Silva or will it be our Pepe?
I will choose Pepe.
And why would
you see Pepe's incline of improvement from the previous manager that we had and with Arteta? The difference that he has been playing is quite a fair bit lah.
Yep, agree. No, and also that's why Talib also rightfully mentioned that one player that they should look out for, or he's quite fearful of, is Pepe, and that shows the mark of improvement Pepe has actually made, especially under Mikel Arteta's wing. Great point. So Arteta it is over Bernardo Silva, although I will take Bernardo Silva any time of the day. What a day as well, Blue Moon
how
fan.
about the managers? How about the managers? Pep or Arteta?
Okay, wait. Are you giving it to me? If you are, if you're giving to me, I'll go with Mikel Arteta. Okay, no argument. Mikel Arteta. No, it's gonna be Pep. All right, Blue Moon fans. Which part of position Arsenal and Man City need to strengthen before the clash? Talib, I don't think for Man City there's much strengthening needs to be done. Which part of the field that you need to strengthen? I don't think you need to strengthen a lot. I guess.
I think
maybe in defense,
so far,
perhaps.
all departments are ready.
Center back.
Yeah.
Center back, yeah. And do you think you guys will actually address the issue over in the summer transfer when it comes to the centre back position?
Actually, I was hoping they would move Eric Garcia into that position.
But how come are we not seeing Eric Garcia? Like Pep would rather have Fernandinho over Eric Garcia playing in in the back line. Do you think he's not ready?
I'm not sure what's the message Pep's trying to give to the youngsters, but I think he needs to. Maybe there's some pressure on anything, but he needs to really balance that solid team and the progress of the development in City.
Right. And do you think sticking with youth, do you think Pep has been fair when it comes to giving chances to the youth?
The only one he's giving right now is Phil Foden, and I think he is developing very well. And I hope right now, maybe you've seen what happened to Sancho. Now he's doing very great at the Bundesliga. So I think he really needs to give some trust to these young players, and not only play them in the cup ties.
Okay, all right. So we just pick up this comment interestingly. Ada, Eric Garcia, you don't know football. Has a crying or laughing face. Talib, is Eric Garcia really that bad?
No, I think he needs more game time on the field. He's not that bad. He's developing under Pep. I believe in him. So as all the City fans in Malaysia. In fact, for the whole world. So I think Eric Garcia is going to be a future prospect for Man City.
Okay, all right. So before we go on to the last agenda and we close the curtain for today, Faizal mentioned we want to see the guard of honor at Etihad. Come on, you guys. taking a fun already. All right, so let's go with a quick one before we close for today. Let's go for quick scoreline prediction. All right, don't worry, we will not hold it against you. For this one, let's go with Taleeb first. Taleeb, what will be your score prediction for the Man City versus Arsenal tie?
Okay, not a clean sheet, a 3-1 victory for Man City.
A 3-1 victory. And just name one scorer for the Man City camp.
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne. Okay. Amin, your turn.
I'm thinking about a high score, maybe 4-2.
4-2. You sure? Amin.
Same. For me, same.
First
bit
match,
rusty. The thing is a bit rusty, so you make mistakes and then you see the silly goals.
Okay, makes sense. So 4-2 for Amin and Amin. Again, same question for you as what I've actually asked Taleeb. One scorer, not De Bruyne, of course. Kun Aguero.
Yes, Aguero.
All right, Sharil, man, the dreaded question for Arsenal fan, the scoreline.
I agree 4-2, but we will win 4-2.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hopes for this 4-2 scoreline because of the five-man substitute. So look at our bench. We got Eddie Nketiah, Martinelli. We got Tierney or Saka. If let's say Saka is not playing, we got a lot on the bench. Wow. So it could be a high-scoring game because of the five-man substitute.
Yeah. Wow. No, really good point from you. No, that's really analytical from Sharil Zital. So he mentioned 4-2, but our favor this time. And one scorer, Aubameyang, will he be on the score sheet? Laka has been really on fire for the past 2 matches. So guys, you got to watch out for Lacazette, yeah? All right. So Muhammad Shadiq 2-1 because Arteta not take. Okay, Shadiq, it's really 2-1. All right, Mutaba on me and Roti John. All right, I have said it like
for us ourselves.
Okay, for you. When the border is open, I will definitely visit you guys. Also, Fazal Jafar mentioned draw game 2-2. I think personally, if you were to ask me, this would be a bonus for us, for Arsenal fans, to actually walk away with walk away from Etihad with a draw. That will be a bonus, absolutely, because we have been smashed by you guys so many times. I think a draw will feel like a victory for Arsenal. Again, that's me personally. All right, so that's about it. That's about all the time that we have. All right, thank you so much, Taleeb, and also thank you so much, Amin. For those of you guys who are actually, especially those guys who are actually in Malaysia, if you guys are watching this and if you have not actually followed them on their social media, Taleeb, maybe you want to share with them. Facebook first. What is your Facebook handle right now? What's your Facebook account?
My Facebook account is Taleeb Mizad, Taleeb Mizad, and our fan page account is Manchester City Malaysia fan page. Okay, and also what about Instagram, Taleeb? My Instagram is also Taleeb Mizad, Taleeb Mizad, and our Instagram for Man City, mancity.mas, MES.
And when during those matches, right? Especially the big, where do you guys gather in Malaysia?
Okay, if in KL, we will gather in offsite, somewhere in Sunway.
And is there a place for Man City fans, let's say for those Singaporeans who wants to join their Malaysian brothers, but somewhere nearer in Johor? Is there a place in Johor?
Yeah, if in Johor there is a place called Restaurant Alif behind Plaza Sana, so you can go there as well. Okay,
cool. So for those guys, all right, after the border has been again reopened.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, again for us, it's good to actually catch up with our brothers over there in Malaysia, especially when it's over football. We all can unite over football, definitely. But then again, we are really looking forward to the match again, Man City versus Arsenal. I'm not looking forward to the time though. It's being played at 3 a.m. What are the time to play? But you guys are probably okay with it because that's probably Champions League hour. But for us, Sharil, maybe that is actually a message for us to prepare for Champions League as well. Playing 3 a.m. Right. But then again, thank you so much for all my guests. For you, those of you who are watching who have not yet subscribed, please do drop a subscribe button and also follow the Man City account or all their social media. We will definitely have more of Taleeb and also Amin and many more Malaysian fans, all right, especially the because I've actually spoken to Taleeb. We will have more of this. I really enjoyed having them as our company. Thank you so much, Sharil. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you, Sharil, Anwar, Amin.
No problem at all. So this is me, Anwar, from Sharil, Amin, and Taleeb signing out, guys. Speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.